Hi there, and welcome to Photoshop Layers, Blending, and Masks. Today we're going to learn a little bit about what a layer is in Photoshop, as if you didn't know. You guys are smart already. I don't need to teach anything. Okay, over here is the Layers bar, and you can see that this one is highlighted. It's the only layer we have right now, and there's a little lock on it, which means we can't do anything. See, it says it's locked. Uh, so what we have to do is unlock it. And if we unlock it, then you'll see I can muck around with it. I can paint it red or whatever I want to do now. I just happen to have that I can draw on it. No problem. In fact, I'm going to draw a smiley face. Do-do, do-do, do-do. And with the little mouse. And you can see here that that smiley face is now very much part of that picture. If I move the picture around, the smiley face goes with it. Well, say I wasn't sure whether I wanted the smiley face on his leg or her leg. I'm going to back that out. Then that is what layers are for. So I'm going to come over here to the layers editor, and down here there's a plus sign. I'm going to hit plus, and you can see it's created a new layer. And so now I'm going to come back and get my pen tool and draw another happy face here. And you can see now that I can turn that on and off. If I hit Control T, I can move that over to her leg or his leg. I can move it anywhere. It has full editable functions. I can make it bigger or smaller, or spin it upside down, or whatever I feel like doing. I can change the color. I can add effects to it. I can make it a mask because it's black and white. We'll get into that later. And that's why we use layers. Okay, so if you have need of two of the same layers, you can duplicate them. If I right click on here, I get duplicate layers. Yes and okay, and it duplicates that layers. You can see every time I create a new, I do something new, it creates a new layer. So now I have two of these, a his and a her tattoo. And you can see these act as independent objects. See the align grids come up. That means that this is its own thing, this is its own thing, and this is its own thing down here. In fact, I can select the background now and relock it because I don't want to accidentally select the background while I'm trying to select these pieces. Great. If you need to add like a whole bunch of more layers, you can do that. Just keep clicking away and it'll create quite a few layers for it. I forget where it tops out. It's like 70 or something crazy like that. I have to look that up because it changes all the time. All right, so if I want to do a whole bunch of different things, I can just go to these, and I'm not sure I want to use any of them. I can just do, every time I do something new, I can do it on a new layer. And that new layer will allow me to, if I don't like it, I can just delete it or turn it off or erase it without affecting any of the other work that I've done, right? Because all these are on different layers. I only erase the green layer and I can just delete it. If I go to here, which one is this one? If I can tell which layer I'm on by turning it on and off visually, just turns it on and off. And whatever turns off blinks. You can also find out what layer you're on by clicking on the object on screen, and it'll bop to that layer. And I'll just delete that because I don't need it. So it's a great way to work. If you're not sure what you're doing, and you don't have to click over here and then move this around, you can just click on the screen, and if it's on a layer, it'll allow you to grab it and move it around and all sorts of stuff. It does get a bit tricky when you're working on something and you're accidentally on the wrong layer. So like for instance, this happy face layer, I'm like, oh, I really want to draw those green eyebrows back, but I'm accidentally down here. I haven't created a new layer. It very much lets me do that. However, those eyebrows now are on this happy face layer. Like that's one thing now. And it negates the reason for using a layer. So it's best practice for using layers is if you're doing one thing on them, not multiple things on them. If you're going to have things all over the place and you're not sure if you're going to need them, you should do them on separate layers. Of course, I can always just come in here and make sure I'm on that layer, select the objects that are in that layer. In fact, I can turn off the rest of these, right? So you can see that I only have these two objects in that layer. I can hit Control X and then Control V, and it puts it on its own layer. Every time you bring something in, you bring in an image, it adds it to it, and it creates a different layer. If you create a shape, it creates a different layer. And you can rearrange them just by clicking on them and dragging them up and down. And you can rename them by clicking in there. And then typing whatever the new name is. There's also a thing for coloring them, so you can identify them easily in a stack. And text is the same way, by the way. Where's text there? You can type some text. And you can see the text is there. Now text, when you text it, automatically takes whatever you've texted and puts it in here as the name of the layer. And you can see text comes up as a T, and shapes come up with a little shape icon. This is actually a smart icon as well, a smart shape icon as well. All right, so that is the layering system.